I'm sure at this juncture in your faith walk, the Lord has woken you up at about 3 a.m., maybe 4 a.m., early morning. Initially, like me, you may have thought it was just your body waking you up early, or you simply can't sleep. It took me a while to come to the realization or to come to a spiritual understanding that my body wasn't just waking me up. Rather, the Spirit of the Lord that dwelleth, yes, dwelleth in me was waking me up to pray. It's so funny as I reflect on those early years of my discipleship. I would wake up thinking I had to use the restroom, get back in bed, and I couldn't sleep and didn't know what to do. But one day, as I laid in bed, eyes wide open, and I couldn't return to sleep, I felt this strong urge to pray. It felt awkward at first, but even before I agreed to praying, my lips started moving. I somehow started praying. As time went on, I learned that this experience is the Lord's Spirit in us interceding on our behalf. So when you wake up, the Lord is waking you up to pray. Sometimes that 3 a.m. prayer can be for only a few minutes, and I've had some that stretched for an hour or more. Those ones are rare, honestly, and they are usually spiritual warfare type prayers, especially after a bad or intense dream where the Spirit woke me up to pray. Prayer, our spiritual conversation with God. I have some questions for your heart, dear sister, dear brother. When was the last time you released all time constraints and simply prayed to your heart's content? When was the last time you released all your worries and anxieties for and of material things and felt the Holy Spirit interceding, praying, and you basically agreeing? When you've had a long day and you're pretty much tapped out, you open your lips and can barely finish a sentence in prayer. Who do you believe is praying for you? How about when you are prompted to pray for someone? Do you know that's the Holy Spirit working on another's behalf through you, of being children of God? To experience the fullness of Christ in us, we must move from the valley of pain and suffering. But that's not where our story ends. And how do we move from the valley of pain and suffering? We come out victorious into glorification. And how do we get to this glorification? Essentially, there is no glory without suffering. We talked about that in the previous episode. And so we hit a poignant statement. We get to glory by passing through the valley of suffering, as revealed in Romans chapter 8, 17 through 18. I want to talk about the power of letting God into our pain. Too often, when we are hurting, our instinct is to keep and push God away, keep Him at a distance. But in Romans chapter 8, verse 26, we are showed by Apostle Paul this beautiful reality that the Holy Spirit does not pack his bags and leave when suffering enters our lives. The pain is not the end goal. The suffering is not the end goal. So why would he abandon us now? God doesn't walk away when the fire gets hot. God stays with us. He is in the fire with us. Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He is with us, refining us in the fire. He is around us. He surrounds us by a host of angels. So while you may think, oh, there's just me and I'm suffering, others can look in and see who are those that are surrounding her, allowing the Holy Spirit into our deepest pain, our wordless agony, and realizing that our suffering is a structured crucible designed to conform us to the likeness of Christ changes everything. Our suffering is a structured crucible that God will use to conform us to the likeness of Christ. But God is asking us to look beyond the circumstance and let the Holy Spirit lead us into the truth of what He is doing, the truth of what He is changing, the truth of what He is transforming, the truth of what He is building in us. So when suffering comes and you're in the midst of it, instead of being short-sighted with prayers and focusing on God heal me, and God set me free, and God help me get the money for this, you can look ahead to the who and let the Holy Spirit pray and groan, shifting our focus from our purpose to His purpose. If we allow God into our pain and pray in the Spirit, we know that in all things God works for the good of those who love Him, who have been called according to His purpose. It's not about our purpose. So when we're going through suffering, good means your righteousness, your holiness, sanctification process.